Namaste, Star Family. Welcome to this Muse Klio in Taurus reading. We are going to tap into the messages from this muse that connects you to your history. So, what you've been known for in past lives, what you are meant to be known for in this current life. And with this transit, there is this invitation to flow with life, to allow and surrender the soul to guide us, because we have certain destined, fated events, things that are written in the stars that are waiting for us. So what I'm going to do, if some of you have yet to discover where is this muse in their chart, you'll find all the details in the video description box below. She is the muse number 84. And we are going to look at those piles. We are working more with the emotional layer of body. Just the last goddess Ishtar, that moves pretty fast in the wheel. We had an invitation to work with the Western, the 3D layer, but when I connected to this muse, there was something about the emotions, and I do believe it's because what is distant in the 3D, in order to come alive, to come to fruition, needs to be surrendered in the emotional. Okay, so we're working with the draconic. So if you do not know how to find your draconic Muse Klio, that's also some details in the video box description. So we're going to just do the piles, and as we do the piles, interesting, we are then going to associate the zodiac placement. Okay, all right, so there was this, I did not know, but I heard it, so I will go with that flow. So we're not going to look at the messages, because you're meant to choose according to your draconic Muse Klio. If you want to listen to the messages for the Western, you can. But as far as the energy work, this one has 2. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so we have 4 piles. And we are going to do it like this. Okay. Pile number 1, we have Gemini, Scorpio, and Capricorn. Pile number 2, we have Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Libra. Pile number 3, we have Virgo, Leo, and Cancer. Pile number 4, Aries, Taurus, and Pisces. All right, so I will see you there for your messages. All right, pile number 1 for this Muse Klio in Taurus. If you're here, that means you have this muse either in Scorpio, Gemini, or Capricorn. And the cards that we have, we're going to start with this, which is this beautiful, I think it's like a piece of, is it coal? Not sure. It says, the dark healing chamber. The most challenging task is to take courage in both hands and journey within, to meet our own dark self and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. The sacred purpose of any enemy, within or without, is to push us to venture inwards, to seek and heal the darkness within. Okay. So there is some strong healing here for this transit, for this muse. Okay. And then we have, oh wow, returning. Spiral journey, growth, renewal, and healed. You know what's beautiful? It's that I feel this energy of you, maybe through this transit, being called to revisit a certain familiar energy, and yet having the ability, the chance to look at it through a different pair of eyes, through a different awareness, a different angle, a different light, because of some of the things you've learned. Maybe some of the things you have channeled. Some of you, if you are part of the temple, the starseed rise up, maybe through this journeying within, activating the channels of your chakra, this is creating this beautiful activation within you that allows you to revisit maybe certain topics of life that may have hurt you in the past, but that are now being presented to be revealed to you through a different lens, you know? All right, let's see what the tarot cards are sharing. You know what? I feel the dice first. So let's do that. Okay, the 8th house on the dark healing chamber. 8th house, transformation. Deep transformation for the ones here. If that is you, my dear pile number 1, leave me a spiral. Okay, that little blue spiral. So I know that is you. And we have the sun. Yes, I love, love, love this. This is your master teacher of higher consciousness, higher awareness. And you can see here, you're being transformed in the way you're looking at things. And with Virgo, certain details. So it's in the details. It's really almost, you know what I'm seeing is, I'm sure most of you have driven a car. But you know, it's almost like when you're, for example, try to park, okay, parallel park, or just find this, like this little angle, those small little degrees that make it either you go smoothly or you have to go okay. So there's this revelation here with Muse Klio in Taurus, because Taurus in the connection to Chinese medicine is connected to the large intestine. And that means that when we channel the light, okay, with Aries, we're connected to the breath, we're connected to the lungs, we're connected to this first thing we do when we come out of the womb, which is breathe, we cry. We have that inhale, exhale that happens, okay? And then Taurus happens, and that means like we're creating all this opening for this light, the light of creation to come within us. But then we have this whole connection to making sure that what serves us stays, but what doesn't goes. So that's why here there is this beautiful invitation with this transit to make sure that when you're revisiting certain spiral of lessons, of awareness, you're able to shed what no longer serves you. Okay, beautiful. Because this is where the details come. It's really about how you look at things. Pile number 1, when I said this, it was 4:44 on your recording, okay, for that portion. So note that this is highly synchronistic. That means it was written in the stars. The things that are occurring for you through this transit, I'll put the exact date in the description box below and in the thumbnail. It's really to work in your advantage, especially with all the green that I'm feeling from those cards. Even though it's just the back of it, I really feel that you're going to be, I heard the word relieved. There might be some relief. You know, just like the large intestine, we can get constipated. It might be some emotional congestion. Oh, wow, we have a frequency that speaks of this. There we go. The energy works, comes, and we're not even there yet. Okay. All right. So we have, wow. Okay. Pile number 1, if you had any worries about spiraling back through a certain topic, know that this is not meant to hurt you. It's meant to really also bring you a certain glow up, you know, bring you such an awareness of life, of what you're capable of what you deserve, the remembrance of your soul's experience and your soul's commitment and oath to what it wants to learn. It's strong. It's really strong here. Then what we have, the Seven of Earth, which is the Seven of Pentacles, the Magician, wow, love it, and the Nine of Waters, and it is the Nine of Cups. Wow. Okay, so what I'm feeling here, we're going to ask a little bit, because the cards right now are not giving me certain details, and we'll see if we can ask or not, because sometimes, you know, it's a collective reading here for our soul tribe. The details don't want to be revealed, but there is certain topic, certain thing that ailed you, ached you, a shadow, and we'll see if we can get some details about that through this transit is being really, like, I'm hearing the word purify because of the sun, maybe like I'm hearing oxygen, like you're letting it breathe, okay? Maybe that congestion, there's a block that is being released. Could it be with the Seven of Pentacles? Oh, wow. Can you believe Seven of Pentacles is about cycles? Again, the spiral. Wow. Some of you, you might go through a lot of deja vus, and maybe through the energy work, Muse Klio is going to show you the wheel, show you the spiral. It's interesting, pile number one, because I'm saying this. If you're part of the Starseed Rise Up and you have a certain connection to Muse Klio, maybe you want to connect to her wheel. I do the wheel, the medicine wheel, also for the muses, the goddesses, any points in your chart. So some of you, if you've never connected with this muse, that might be your invitation. I can read one muse, the whole 9 muses, and I can create those wheels. Okay, if that's something that interests you, you'll see the details in the video description. But yeah, I did not expect to say this, but it just keeps on showing me spiral. We're going in spiral, and we are here shifting reality. Shifting reality because we are expressing and thinking about this differently. Magician is Mercury. This is the planet Mercury. This is your thought patterns. This is how you see things. This is how you think about things. And then we have the Nine of Water, which brings me back again to emotional fulfillment. And you know what's interesting is that huge diamond. And the diamond, you see how it is cut. It's different angles. It's almost like Muse Klio in Taurus, pile number one, is going to give you a different angle of looking at a certain thing that may have been, a wound. And we're going to see if we can get some details about this, but this is definitely something from the past, maybe coming around and around, okay? All right, so let's see what we have. If we can get some details, dear Muse Klio, as far as what could be that needs to be healed. Can you share with us the wound so we can give a little bit more clarity? Okay, so we got 3 cards. We have the Moon again. Deep subconscious emotions. Let me see. Love the connection to the star. This is something, though, again, it is written in the stars for you to discover exactly at this time what that is. Okay. The 5 of Earth. This is the 5 of Pentacles. This is a card of lack. Ooh, and the 9 of Earth, the 9 of Pentacles. This is a card that, speaks of being free and independent, especially in terms of the Pentacles. Again, your video just like strongly, just when I said this, being independent, 1111. So there's something about maybe even being financially independent, financially free, or it's just about a mindset here. Things that maybe you didn't allow yourself to dream for yourself because of a certain shadow. And this will come. This will come through this transit to be revealed, the light of awareness. And you have, you have the sun and the moon. That means like working with the cycles of the sun and the moon, like we're doing with the cosmic dance when I do the cosmic weather forecast, especially the ones meditating with me. We're going through the channels of the chakra, and that means we're going through this unveiling, the unveiling of Isis, which is the deck that I chose here. Very interesting. So this is something, the shadow is very much about something you are feeling that you're lacking, or maybe not realize that you are telling yourself you're lacking, or that has to do with material, the material plane. So maybe something you're disallowing, disempowering you to have, to hold, to manifest. Yeah. And I'm not going to go deeper in this. This is meant for you, my dear pile number one, to venture within. This is why we're doing this, because, if you resonate with the channel and the way that I'm sharing the messages, I want you to have your own answers. We're just getting some guidance about what the muses and the goddesses are sharing with us. And here there is something that we want to stop spiraling again and again, because right now it's spiraling in a way that gives us the opportunity to have a third eye activation, something that is meant for you to grasp, that is written in the stars for you, that's going to bring you, look at this, you have 9-9. Oh my God, remember how we kept on having synchronicities with you. Pay attention to the synchronicities. For the ones that are getting the activation reading with the muses, sometimes I give you the angel number associated with that. So yeah, so we're going to channel the energy work. That's going to be in the quantum fascia. We're going to work with the releasing the emotional congestion and numbness. Okay. And for the mudra, we're going to stay very simple. You're going to use the mudra according to the zodiac placement. Gemini is the thumb, Scorpio is holding your index, and Capricorn is putting your thumb into the palm. As far as a mudra, I really feel that because we have this strong sun-moon connection, that I'm going to ask you to sing Ramadasa Sase Sohung. This is working with your quantum DNA, but also works with the activation of the planets, the cosmos. So I will put the mantra in the description box, and that's going to help you, my dear pal number one, to tap into this spiral, this repetition, and being able to have a higher awareness that's going to really shift the way you experience life. You're going to be not only emotionally fulfilled, but even materially fulfilled. Some of the things you thought or felt you didn't have or lacked are going to finally be experienced. So that's what I have for you. Please remember, my dear pile number one, to like those videos, even if it's just for a little community. It just brings always a smile onto my heart. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your Muse Klio messages about what is written in the stars for you and how to flow with life so you can get to those goals, those fated events. If you're here, that means you have Muse Klio in Sagittarius, Aquarius, or Libra. I'm going to put this on the side and look at your energy messages. Again, if some of you want to watch your 3D, so Western placement as a message, that's fine. You can also listen to your draconic 4D energy work. Okay, we have here healing the divine masculine. The divine masculine within provides protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety and holding, even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in the ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. Beautiful. Isis in the background of Osiris, opening up the field for a different perception, a different experience of reality. So we have some masculine, which is more of the rational mind that is occurring for you with this transit, pile number 2. Wow. Pave your own way. Leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. Wow. Many steps. Many steps are possible, and yet your feet knows exactly where to go, where to step on. Cancel the noise, pile number 2. You're guided by something greater. I love the paving because it is an energy of construction, of building a strong foundation. And with the healing of the divine masculine, we see that there's probably some type of intervention that is occurring for you to continue building towards this edifice, this mountain you're reaching, this portal energy. Wow. Feels very deep. Yeah. Wow. I love how it shines. It's just some type of glow up is going to occur, some type of activation in your chakra, rainbow light. If that's you, pile number 2, give me a rainbow. I really feel strong energy here with the rainbow. And you know, the rainbow frequency is meant to help when there's certain events, and it can be, it doesn't have to be, but it can be loss, you know, love of loved ones, whether it's animals or humans, it doesn't matter. That's the rainbow bridge that helps you alleviate those lower frequencies that we experience through loss. So there might be something here in order to move forward that needs to be left behind. With Taurus, there's a lot of letting go. Taurus being connected to the large intestine. We need to eliminate. What do we need to eliminate? Here, it might be something that we were doing or thinking, or a way of thinking, or a way of going about things. Okay, let's see. Wow, Jupiter on the healing divine masculine. I love this because this is a planet of expansion. This is a planet that connects you to your spirituality. You know, Jupiter is connected to the 9th house, which is spiritual initiation. You are, didn't I say that? That you were divinely guided? Yes, you're very, very guided. Oh, look at this with the 3rd house. In esoteric astrology, the 3rd house is your communication between you and your higher self. How you let those downloads, that communication flow through you, for you. And then we have Scorpio. Oh, wow. So this is messenger from the unseen to the seen, from the subconscious to the conscious. So we have some subconscious mind activation. Look at this. The energy of the energy work is already showing up here, pile number 2. All right, let's get those cards. Muse Klio wanting to reveal to us. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I didn't have to shuffle much. Something written in the stars. Okay, I just feel I want to do it a little bit differently. So, Let's look at it. We have the Nine of Earth, Nine of Pentacles. Whoa. The Two of Fire, Two of Wands. Love it. Like something you envision. Something that is dear to you that you're envisioning. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Something that Muse Klio is trying to share with you. Some type of healing about maybe a wish you made once upon a time that feels like there is too much, like so much distance between you and a certain goal, you and a certain dream. This Five of Pentacles is, you know, we're missing, we're feeling separated. There's a lack that is experienced here. Oh, the Star. Wow. And the Nine of Air, which is the Nine of Swords. That's tension, anxiety, depression. Okay, let me channel this for you. Pile number 2. It's definitely something regarding a wish. Regarding a wish fulfillment and how you're being taken on this journey. And maybe there's been feeling of lack or despair. I'm not gonna get there. How am I supposed to get there? Sorry for the glare here. How am I supposed to get there? So that creates anxiety. Some of you, what I'm feeling, especially with this particular Nine of Air, is creating a cycle. You know, it's more like the more you repeat a certain thought, the more it builds up that momentum in the energy that you're tapping into. Not that you're not meant to experience your feelings, pile number 2, but just being aware of how they can spiral you into that frequency, and how maybe sometimes it's good to interrupt it. The way I like personally to interrupt it when I'm going through anything is nature. Nature seems to really be a ground for me to rebalance. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting some things here, very strong things as far as the energy work. I really feel, and I don't want to, we're going to ask some more questions, but I already feel like we're going to work with the frequency of the new earth, because there is the Schumann resonance and some activation that I put in, weaved in. So the earth is in tune with its own evolution, ascension. And we're going to work with the subconscious mind mantra here. So we are opening up the doors, because I really feel that pile number 2, what Muse Klio is trying to share is that you were given a certain vision or certain desire, certain wishes that were put in your heart and mind for a reason. Now, it seems that with the healing, the masculine, and the Two of Wands here, with the planning, the preparation, and feeling a little bit, I'm seeing like the figure going a little bit round back, and here a little bit of maybe despair, anxiety, or not knowing how things are going to unfold, that this muse is going to help you find upliftment in the part of your mind that is more rational, the way you think about this. There's going to be insights, maybe certain downloads and guidance about the next step, and showing you that this is given more by you being receptive, which is your feminine, versus being proactive. So here it's as if you're really a spiritual pile here, my dear pile number 2. You're being shown that the way is through receiving the guidance of your feminine essence. Remember what I said here? Isis opens up the field for Osiris to experience a certain reality. She sees before he walks into it. You have to see it to witness it. Okay, so it seems that you might have been given, you know, it's just you're getting some aspects of what it is that you desire or that is meant for you to claim, but the steps are through a very fine-tuned balance of feminine and masculine. So here you're in a period of a transit where Muse Klio is saying it's important at this time to tap into your feminine essence, so being receptive. Okay, so let's get another card about a recommendation for being more receptive. Look at this, the Seven of Water again. Wow, again a picture of a card that shows spirals. If some of you feel connected to more than one piles through your placement, there might be a connection between pile 1 and 2. But you look, because we had a lot of messages about spirals, okay? If that's the case, obviously it doesn't have to be, but if that's the case, that's a very strong message. The Seven of Water is giving you more options. So I feel that maybe some of you, you limited yourself to one expression of your dream that can only be this way, with missing out on a whole different reality world that can be still merged with your initial dream, or what was put as a seed is now almost like branching out so beautifully that there is more. So there is more for you in the initial wish that you may have casted once upon a time. And Muse Klio is trying to support you through this guidance to allow it to come about. And this is where I am so thankful for your presence, for the energy work, because this is meant to be yours. I'm just here to guide you, to bridge some of the messages, but through the energy work, you are the one activating and receiving all of this. So, as we mentioned, and we're repeating it, we're going to work with the New Earth Miracle frequency and the subconscious mind mantra, which is Raom, Gaom. This, I remember first time that I used it, 108 times, I saw this door. I saw this portal open, and I asked, what is this? And it showed me. It was such a weird experience, because it was as if my conscious mind was able to enter the realm of my subconscious. It was intense. It was intense. And I loved it. And that's how we're going to help you walk into this new reality, where so much more is available to you than what you initially thought. As far as your mudra, you're going to use them according to your draconic Clio. Sagittarius is holding your thumb onto the middle of your palm. Aquarius is the middle finger. A Libra is your index finger. So that's what I have for you, my dear pile number 2. I trust this is supporting you. Please remember to also like those videos, even though it's just for our little community. It always puts a huge smile on my heart. So I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your Muse Klio reading for her transit in Taurus. If you're here, that means you have Muse Klio in Virgo, Leo, or Cancer. So let's put them aside, and you have this beautiful card from the Isis Oracle deck of Horus. It says, Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. I love this. So much growth that this muse and transit is going to offer you, my dear pile number 3. That's you. Drop me an eye. Drop me a third eye. Yeah, and a hawk feather if you want. So we can already start claiming this energy. And then you have, whoa, the edge. Take a chance, do something different. Okay, some of you and a lot of you, you know, I'm so blessed with my soul family. I love you so dearly. That you're all, you know, taking chances on your spiritual abilities and learning certain things. Look at this. It's almost like there's a pathway that is coming towards something that is destined for you. It's very strong. It is part of the transit's energy, and the quote that I use, you know, this is written in the stars. Certain gift that right now, especially with this particular energy work that will channel for you, that is going to help you open up this gateway. I do feel a lot of angelic consciousness and support here for you. I don't I don't know why I keep on moving it. Maybe we have to move some of the waters. Okay, so I'm already getting some ideas about the energy work, but let's not jump into it. Okay, let's take some time to spend together. Maybe there's something here about, you know, making sure that you're spending some time with your gifts, spending some time with yourself. It allows you to connect more to your ancestors, to your ancestral wisdom. Beautiful. We have Mars, nervous system, 12th house, Akashic records, something from the past. Interesting, my throat just went, okay, we'll see. Maybe you have to use your voice. Ooh, maybe you have to use your voice. Yeah. And Pisces, beautiful 12th house energy, very mystical, very, very esoteric. There's something ancient that you are awakening, that you're opening yourself to, that requires you to claim it. You know, Pisces is the last zodiac sign, so it unifies everything. So it's almost like with Muse Klio in Taurus for you, my dear pile number 3, you're coming to a circle of completion. Okay, a certain circle of completion. Okay, let's see what else. I started breathing like really strongly. Definitely meditate, take some time for breath work. It's going to be important. So you can move the waters. Wow. The Fortune's wheel, which is the wheel of fortune. Look at this. Movement, creating movement. I told you, I kept on. This creates movement. Then we have the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords. Very strong energy. You're very, like right now, I don't know if some of you are connected to maybe a person, a loved one that is passed on, that is still guiding you, or a part of your soul that is guiding you. You have a lot of support, angelic, ancestral, that is trying to communicate with you. You see the owl, the eye of Horus, a lot of birds. Pay attention to witnessing signs, synchronicities, especially animals. Then we have the 5 of Air, which is the 5 of Swords, and the Hierophant. Okay, this is interesting because you see here, there's like the 5 of Air with the Wheel of Fortune, and it seems that we need to remove and move, okay? Because we can't remove, you can only alchemize. So when I mean remove is more, you shift the energy into something different. There's a lot of tension. Maybe some of you could have Muse Klio that is connected to, if it's Jupiter, I'm mind blown, okay, because that Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, but it could also be Mars. But maybe you have a connection between Muse Klio and Jupiter or Mars, but it doesn't have to be. But a tension, which is a quincunx, a green dotted line with your Muse Klio. And it can come from any point. It could be your North Node, whatever. But maybe some of you, you want to look at how the sacred geometry of your chart is being activated, because there might be something going on. There might be something. And it's creating a certain tension that is meant to create the momentum for you to shift and access your true gifts, okay? And it could be just another layer of your gifts, okay? Because some of you might already have tapped into a certain gifts, and it's the next level. This is the first time I'm looking and I'm seeing this. Oh, I thought it was a person's face. It's actually the sun and the moon. Wow. Okay, through the cycles. Okay, this is beautiful because we're, you know, that's something that is very dear to me, is to work with the sun and the moon, because I know of its great connection to unveiling the illusion of this 3D matrix. At least, you know, the matrix that we created that is making us feel constricted. Matrices are needed on the 3D so we can experience our body, our physicality. So we're not escaping the matrix, but we could try to shift the matrix from where we collectively live, okay, and experience something greater. So there's something here that is very strong about that's the connection to the third eye. You're shifting with this activation, Muse Klio in Taurus, your perception. And what it does require of you, though, is great devotion. Your devotion to your path, your devotion to yourself and your gifts. So some of you, if you're still putting aside some of your spiritual work, please try to connect at least, I would say, 15 minutes a day. You know, just give yourself 15 minutes in the morning, maybe 15 minutes at night, when you rise, before you go to bed. It's going to change your life, and it's going to help you tap and tune in so many greater ways. And I come from a place of real compassion and understanding for this, because I could not meditate myself. When this whole journey started activating in my chart, I could receive the guidance. You have to meditate. And I could not. I was very much in my fight or flight experience, survival mode. And I was like struggling, but I don't have time for this. But when I start giving this the time, then the other things, the survival, the matrix that was constricting me, that was creating all this pain and suffering, started to dissolve. So some of you, that might be something you needed to hear, as far as understanding that the more you give your spiritual aspect of yourself some room to breathe, some room to create with you, the more the path that you're seeking is going to open up for you. Might be another, there we go, layer here. No, I feel like this one is here. Let's see. Ooh, look at this, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Water. Look at how you're shifting. Look at how you're meant to shift. And some of you, you might have a mission to be a healer. I do attract a lot of healers. You know, my community is very much, I remember noticing this from the beginning of my career, you know, being on this path, where a lot of people that were meant to have their gift to serve others were coming to me. And that I love. I love serving the ones that serve. Yeah. And that's for you. So for you to do too. You see, if all those activations here, I don't know what they are exactly, those little bubbles, but maybe that's part to be a mandala bead or mala bead. Maybe some of you have never meditated with mala beads. If you have a hard time concentrating, that's what I used to do. I used to have mala beads, and you go through the 108 times. It was keeping me, I'm like, okay, I do one 108 times. And it helped me. Maybe some of you that have hyperactive minds, the mantra chanting is great for this because it gives you focus on something. And some of you, maybe just holding a mudra is not enough. Maybe you need to do the little bead movement. Then it gives you that. Yeah, it's funny, when I just said that for you, pile number 3, it was 11:11. So some of you, if you're still struggling with repetition, dedication, give yourself just the repetition of one mantra 108 times and you will start shifting your life. That's how I started, you know, before putting all those things together. So if you're here, that means you're quite advanced. But in case some of you are still struggling, that's something that can help. Then we have the Fool. Oh my God. I mean, do you see how things are meant to unfold for you? 0, you're recreating. I told you about the matrix. You're recreating the matrix of your reality. You are meant to do this, but it comes through the activation of your remembrance of your gifts, of yourself. And this is why your soul brought you here, my dear pile number 3. Remember to drop me that eye and that hawk feather if you want, or now, you know, we're getting more and more signs, but because that's you claiming your gifts, because you have a purpose, beautiful purpose that we will all benefit from when you shine it fully and embrace it fully. And when you create that beautiful matrix. Look at this. We have also the 2 of fire, which is the 2 of wands, which is about planning. You are being called by the light to move forward at this time. Move forward with your gift, move forward. So some of you, I know you share with me that you started classes and courses, different things, and that's wonderful. If some of you doubted and did not start or did not know if it was the right time, you're going to meditate with Muse Klio, and you're going to get your own answers. But I'm pretty sure it's going to go with jumping into what is meant for you. So let's look at the energy work. Because I remember we want to use the power of the voice and move the waters. So I really felt that I wanted in the Quantum Fascia Healing playlist, there is this prayer to the waters. That is, that's the same that I gave pile number 1. The removing of emotional congestion. So we're going to work with the same thing. Let me see. Yeah. And because there is some, oh yes, I remember. Sorry. I remember, because you have your inner wisdom. I want you to work with the inner wisdom activation, which channels and invokes your feminine self, okay? The part of you that sees. And I want you, because the mantra for the emotional congestion is in Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. So if some of you find it too complex, I'm going to give you a version that I personally use. Some of you are part of the Starseed Rise Up, the temple, where we chant together, we do those energy works. And my version is, I pray to the waters, I pray to the sea. I pray to the ocean and rivers in me. May they be blessed with crystal purity. And you can repeat this, because I do feel this is important for you to repeat it. And if some of you are working with mala beads, repeat it 108 times. That's a lot, okay? That's a lot. So some of you, if it's too much, what you can do, and if you have a hard time even chanting, do the inner wisdom activation and then do the removing of emotional congestion. If you're using Mudra, Cancer is your thumb, Virgo and Leo is your pinky finger. So that's what I feel for you, my dear pile number 3. I am so in love with what I can sense already is waiting for you. So take this as a sign. Take this as a sign of taking action and giving yourself the space, the time for your spiritual devotion, because it's going to create the matrix of your dreams, of your dream reality, where you'll find emotional fulfillment. And I feel that some of you also with the souls, that there are souls that are waiting for you, so they can experience your own magic. Please remember to still give those little likes on those videos, even though it's just for our group. It always puts a smile on my heart. And if you want to connect with Muse Klio, you can do this in the video description with the soul point insight, or just order the 9 Muses. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your Muse Klio in Taurus reading. So let's see what you have as far as the messages written in the stars for you. If you're here, that means you have Muse Klio in Aries, Taurus, or Pisces. So that is also the collective energy, because we have Taurus. Okay, beautiful. So what is meant to reach you right now that is written in the stars? We have power over 7 scorpions. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring so as to have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non-judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. The power of conjuring. Yes, shifting energy, alchemizing energy, removing toxicity. And then we have, the sanctuary. Harmony and balance, joy and contentment. Interesting, we saw this card in the August messages. So some of you, if you haven't watched the August messages, maybe there's something more there for you. Okay, that was pile number 3. That could be some additional medicine I'm hearing. I don't know what I'm hearing for, but okay. Oh, look at this, boundaries. Oh my God, boundary stones, negotiations, contracts, and communication. Wow. It's so interesting. I really feel such an energy of being able to create your own reality and being in the middle, as if you're, I wouldn't say stuck in the middle. I'm hearing the song from Black Eyed Peas, and you meet me halfway, right on the borderline. There, I can't remember the lyrics. Oh, you know the song. Pile number 4. Night and day. There's something about, okay, I just had to sing night and day. So night and day, sun, moon, third eye activation. There's something here that Muse Klio wants you to see through your third eye. Maybe there are some boundaries you have to create around certain relationships, certain situations, so you can walk through that portal. And when I said this, walk through that portal, I thought about August. I thought about the Lion's Gate. Wow, this is interesting. Very powerful. Okay, let's see what we have with the dice here. Okay. All right, so we have the Sun. Divine masculine energy, the master teacher of higher awareness. With the 3rd house of communication, connected to receiving the downloads of your higher self. And then the unifier, Pisces, ending the wheel. There's a lot of alchemy, actually, teachings, calling back your power with Pisces. I find this very, very interesting. Calling back, and you know what? Look at this. The sun creates a circle with someone at the center. That spark in the center. I'm sure if you looked at it from above, it could create that same that same shape. Okay, all right, so let's look at this because we need to know more about those boundaries, what's going on, why. But I feel like there's something that wants to emerge for you, a new reality that wants to emerge for you. Maybe you're also called to be part of the creation of this 5D matrix, New Earth matrix. The New Earth came up for pile number 2. Maybe some of you are part of that group as well. All right, let's see what we have for you. Can we get some details? I'm going to ask. Can we get some details about those boundaries that pile number 4 need to create? Okay. Okay. Wow, you need a breather, pile number 4. Like some of you, you need a break from something. Let's see what we're finding. Ace of Fire, which is the Ace of Wands. Beautiful spark. Beautiful spark. The Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands. And the Chariot. Then we have, wow, the King and the Queen. Let's see. The Page of Water, the Page of Cups. And the 5 of Water. Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, because remember I asked about your boundaries here. And when I'm seeing this, it feels very much like your own yin-yang energy, your own masculine, feminine energy. Maybe some of you have certain wounds around how your parents interacted. Okay, I'm seeing this very strongly, that there needs to be some type of, maybe with the sun and that crown that is a sun crown in the back of this king, might be some recalibration that needs to occur. Yeah, some recalibration, something that you used to think, or maybe you don't realize, something you absorb, because this is 5 of Cups here is, especially this one, you see how she kind of is like this despair mode a little bit, like she can't help but feel the negative, toxic energy. Some of you, maybe you have first house placement, the house of the womb. Okay, so you might have certain influences from how your parents interacted, or how they're still interacting with you at this time, because we also have the page that in this case looks like a child. There might be some toxicity in that, I think. So it really speaks, and with the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wand, which is usually a wand which really represents the line of chakra. This is Kundalini awakening. This is you awakening to your fire. That we have here a lot of fire, but remember we asked about the boundaries we need to create. So you need to create boundaries around your own fire. And I feel like the fire that you're protecting is the influence from people that are close to you, or especially, it's not that they're doing anything negative. You know, I know I attract very different soul groups with different interactions and dynamics in their family. So take it as it resonates. But what it shows is that it has created a certain dynamic between your feminine and your masculine that needs to change. You see here the duality, the yin and yang? Yeah, it needs to change, because the Page of Cups offers healing. It offers an opportunity for healing. For healing, maybe you feeling, it can be nostalgic, despair. It can be, what do I feel? Like, almost like, you know, apathy, giving up on some things. You know, when, and you know, when I said giving up, I almost felt like you giving up on your own boundary. you giving up on what you need first because someone else needs it before you, you know, and we know that's not healthy. Yeah, all right. But because you see how much power there is behind this, it's showing you that probably what has happened with your energy boundaries was to teach you, and once you learned how to harness the power, the magic of conjuring and saying no, because literally when you say no, you're already putting this vibrational protection, because that means you honor how you feel first, knowing that when you do this, this ripples outward to benefit to others. When you think about how you feel first, as far as, hey, I need maybe that space for myself to process, to think, or I need some self-care, X, Y, and Z, you know, then it reverbs back, not as I'm selfish, but it reverbs as do this for yourself. Meaning like you're inviting others to do the same, to make sure that they nurture the inner child within them. Some of you, it's very strong. You see here, it's almost like we're seeing the parents with the child. This is something from childhood. Again, if you have first house placement, this is even a greater message. You could have Muse Klio in the first house also. It doesn't have to be. There's definitely here some alchemy and magic that we're going to create for you, my dear pile number 4. Okay, so with the heart and the mind here, with the sun, I already know we're going to work with the womb heart recalibration, okay? Because even though it's the third eye, I feel in the perfect fifth, the womb connects to the third eye. Okay, so there's, with this, you're going to activate the third eye, and that's going to spark your heart. You're going to be able to maybe see where do you need to have certain boundaries. Certain boundaries. Now, let me, yes, I'm seeing the rainbow. What you're going to call in as a mantra is the mantra HU, H-U, which is a sound for God, an ancient sound. Because you're going to connect back to the ultimate, to the light of all, to the source of all. So anything that does not match this frequency in your field is going to start to bounce off. Because look at this, you're invited to create a strong protective field because you have such fire. Okay, because ultimately once you shift everything, you have such power. You're meant to have great balance of yin and yang. And I would say for you, instead of using the mudra for the zodiac placement, I want you to use the mudra here, which is Muladhara, one with the right thumb on top, which is masculine. So you chant Hu with the womb heart recalibration and do some breath work, see how that feels, and then you change the lock. And when the left is on top, that means you're tapping into the feminine. And that's going to give you this opportunity to remove some of the things that made you feel loss or apathy. Yeah, I heard also loss. It could be a sense of loss. Okay. Yes, look at this, ending with the Justice card. This is where you'll find the truth of yourself, be able to, I don't know why I heard it, but I heard it, cut out the bullshit. So what I want for you to claim in the comments, pile number 4, if that's you, I want you to claim a sword, and I want you to claim a sword with the rainbow, because this is what allows you then to step into the reality that has been written in the stars for you. But it does require you to create some shifts, you know, of energy. The universe, life is asking of you to surrender some of those tendencies that do not create this field of protection for you. Okay? You'll understand as you start doing the energy work, you may have certain situations or certain ideas that come through your mind as you're doing the energy work. But if that doesn't happen, you can also see it happen through your dream work or through your life. You might see certain interactions that happen, certain people that start calling you, certain people that stop calling you, okay? That will be a guidance of and a further insight on the energy work that you're doing. So that's what I have for you, my dear pile number 4. Please remember to still leave those thumbs up on those videos for our soul family. It still, you know, puts a heart on my heart, puts a smile on my heart, you know, knowing that you connect with those readings and that they are serving you. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye.